That's enough now.
I think I found your goods.
You did!
Yes. Is this what you lost?
Yes! Yes, that's what I needed. Damn it, I'm back in business. So what can I do for you? Shards? A trading permit for the Horde? A discount on goods, you name it.
The shards could come in useful.
Give me the trading permit.
That's enough now.
Yes, yes, you got it. Good luck. I'll see you in the Horde.
Halt, stranger. Not another step. You're walking on the holy ground of Kalan. The only people allowed in here are clerics, recruits, or traders with permits.
They wonder why they are short of people. We welcome all in Goliath.
That's because there's nothing worth stealing in Goliath.
Wow, you really are a welcoming face, aren't you? Where am I?
You are in Ignadon, at the Hort, the stronghold of the clerics. The repository of Magalan's knowledge, and the last bastion of the free people against the threat of the Alps.
So how can I get in?
Sorry, I thought I made that clear. You can only enter the Hort if you are a cleric, a recruit, or you have a trading permit.
Can you recruit me?
No. I am not authorized to recruit new acolytes.
I want to become a cleric.
Find a suggester who considers you worthy. There are suggesters recruiting across all the lands of Magalan. Perhaps you've not met one because they don't consider you worthy. But if you want to look, try Raynor. He is recruiting men throughout Abessa.
I have a trading permit. Let me through.
You? Where did you get a trading permit? I've never seen you here before. Come, show me this permit of yours. It looks in order. You may enter the Hort, but I will have to keep hold of this permit. It's standard regulations. You'll get it back once it's been checked out, if there aren't any problems with it.
Okay, you have a deal.
Good. Then I'll explain the rules for entry before you get yourself in trouble. You won't find Kalan's commandments too strict. You should know that anyone bringing initiates into the Hort will be responsible for them. All initiates must be clear of mind. Chems are forbidden. Anyone found taking them will need to report to the suggesters for re-education. All who are clear of mind must hear Kalan's words. All must adhere to his wisdom, and tell others of it. For we need to recruit. We've taken losses in our battle with the Alps, and now the Berserkers and the Outlaws are trying to take advantage of that. Which is crazy. If we fall, then who is going to stop the Alps sweeping all the free people from Magalan? Those who wish to join us must come to the Hort to train. The successful ones become acolytes. That's it. Briefing over. You are free to move about Hort.
Who's in charge here at the Hort?
Our adjudicators, Reinhold and Ulbricht. You will find them at the rear of the stronghold in the cathedral. They are served by the paladins, legates, and acolytes here in the Hort. And all who are here follow Kalan. His wisdom guides us all.
You have a lot of machines here.
The Hort holds and protects old world knowledge. We, the clerics, have kept it developed it, and hold it in trust for all Magalan. Our mechs hold back the Alps. I hope we can find more people to stand and fight beside them.
Do you offer any sort of training here?
The man you're looking for is Hagen. Just go through the stairs by the lava pit. He's usually up there somewhere.
The cleric's stronghold. No wonder so many of them want to spend time.
Where did they pick you up? You look like you've walked through the whole Alb War to get here. Here, take this. It looks like you could use it. Just don't tell anyone, all right?
Recruitment through the stomach. Maybe we should try that more often in Goliath.
Thanks. The food is appreciated.
Manners, too. I hope you stick around. From now on, though, you'll have to fit in with the daily rations. Once a day, in the refectory. It might not be tasty, but it'll keep you alive. The daily rations are free for our happy family of clerics. Everyone else has to pay.
How long have you been in charge of the refectory?
I was assigned here when the last food technician sent a dozen men to the infirmary. It wasn't my first choice, but the job came with a promotion, a safe posting, and a complete absence of rippers.
Do you feed everyone here in the Hort?
Yes, with help from others and our technology. It was join a faction and stay alive. So, glory to Kalan. Yes, there are some issues. Some of our order are a bit strict to the point of being an asshole, and the food sucks, but at least we're not murderous outlaws.
Ugh. Why is the food so bad?
Ignadon's rocky soil isn't the best for growing things. So, we have to supplement with manufactured substitutes. Nutritionally balanced, designed for body and a balanced metabolism. They sort of forgot the flavor.
I can give you some food for my supplies.
I take that offer of help. But you're right. Maybe supplementing our supplies is a good idea. I know some people on the outside who haven't joined the faction. They could trade with us. Yeah, that would help them and us.
Why haven't you started trading already?
Because I want this done diplomatically. To organize something we can keep going in the future. That means finding someone who understands the people out there as well as those in here. Do you think that's you?
What goods have you got?
Of course.
Do you have some food for me?
I can understand that you're hungry. But you will have to wait 24 hours for another serving. That's the way it goes.
Where are the people you want to trade with?
They've set up a makeshift camp southwest of Hort. Find our outpost out there and go north. You'll find them there. See what they need, and if we can make this a long-term arrangement, right? That will make a real difference.
I can negotiate the food supplies for you.
This will take tact. I don't want guns waved around. There's to be no bloodshed. But if you really want to make a difference and help us start working together, then I'm prepared to trust you. They put together survival packs with fresh meat in them. They're hunters, you see. If you could get me 20 of those packs, anything we can get to supplement what the foraging units bring in has to be a help. So talk to them and see if you can make it an ongoing arrangement.
He wouldn't have been punished for that in the past, but his mistake, and now he's in real trouble.
You definitely got the wrong end of the stick.
Well, the Hort's defenses have never been breached.
Trolls, mantises, raptors. It's crazy
There
to
were too
travel
many
out
of them
there.
ready for us.
The mechs that went into Abessa.
If you're here to
pretty much
train
killed
with
that
me,
whole party.
forget it. If I see you running around with an holstered weapon, you're going to get a very painful weapons safety lesson. You have to earn the right to train here, Initiate.
I'm not an initiate.
Well, then you're no concern of mine. I don't train people in the basics. You need to be part of this faction, understood?
How is the fight going against the Alps?
Badly. We've just lost a lot of good men out there. We only have Judicator Ulrich's war strategy to thank for the fact that Hort hasn't been overrun by our enemies.
Who do I speak to about joining the clerics?
Judicator Reinhold takes care of prospective acolytes. You can find him and Judicator Ulrich in the cathedral, a large building at the rear of the Hort.
How can I train here?
I only train acolytes and above. And even then, I choose who I train. You must want to commit. You must want to understand the art of combat, not just the brutality of it.
So, you're a combat instructor.
I am Paladin Hagen, and I teach more than combat. I teach the art of fighting. Body, mind, and spirit combining into the finest fighting force. Only the purest, strongest, and smartest can train with me. You see, there's been war on this planet ever since that damn comet came down, bringing ELEX with it, and we are the only ones who can end it.
You said you are a paladin?
Correct. Only a paladin is allowed to wear armor like mine. But we paladins aren't just warriors for Kalan with special abilities, but we are also researchers, searching for new uses for ELEX.
How can I become a paladin?
Oh, wait. You are being serious.
Yes.
Well, first you have to go to Judicator Reinhold and prove that you are worthy of joining the clerics. If Judicator Reinhold accepts that you have the right abilities, then you'll be permitted the honor of becoming an acolyte. That is the true beginning to your journey. Acolytes may become legates if they have enough training and they earn the honor. And it is only legates who have the right to be promoted to become a paladin. If you truly wish to succeed, you'll need to focus on achievement at every level. Without that, you will never advance.
How can I earn something for myself around here?
You take the next step of the journey and show your commitment. The Horde suffered an attack by mutants about a week ago. They came from the north or northeast, and the survivors returned that way. The men I sent after those survivors haven't returned. If you find out where the mutants are coming from, there will be a fair payment waiting here for you.
What goods have you got?
Okay.
I'll kill those mutants.
I'll give you the coordinates I sent my men to. See if you can find out what is bringing those mutants so close to the Horde. Then kill them and return to me. You're dismissed.
I was hoping I would find you here one day. I couldn't really talk to you in Goliath. Everything moved so quickly. Here, please take this as thanks for your help getting me out of Eden.
Were there any problems during your escape?
I'm still breathing, but only just. As you surely remember, Rika, the wife of the warlord, assigned me to a group that was transporting a seedling. I got a good way from the fort, traveling disguised as a cultivator.
So what happened?
Well, the armor is one thing, but eventually they asked me questions about my job. After all, those berserkers had nothing else but that damn vegetable.
And were you found out?
Yes, I could see their suspicions growing, so I used the next chance I got to get away. When we were ambushed by a mulch, I fled. Luckily, I ran straight into the hands of a cleric patrol. From then, it was child's play to get back to Hort from there.
That's all I need to know.
Right. Well, Thank you for everything. I will never forget this.
So, you're here to report for initiation.
Initiation?
Instruction, education, a preparation for readiness. My name is Dietrich, and it is my job to ready all new initiates for the trials that will face them. But before you ask any more questions, let's get one thing clear. All the free people need to be properly trained if we want to survive what's coming. Those Albs want to destroy us all. I won't accept a lack of discipline. I expect loyalty, hard work, application, and results.
What do you think is coming?
The Albs. What? Do you think they will just disappear tomorrow? And while we are waiting for them, the outlaws are plotting something in Tavar. That Duke has plans. So, we must plan too. Plan and train. If you want to progress, then that's what I need to see. That's what Kalan expects. It is what you should demand of yourself.
If the training's so strict, how come you're just sitting around?
I do so every day, and my tasks aren't easy. I take care of internal matters and coordinate training. And I get into the field when I can. You have to stay sharp to provide the best training, and to understand our enemy. If we are to work with the free people, if the clerics are to save the free people from the Alps, this is what we must do.
What do you want me to do?
Someone has been undermining the training program we have here. Some of the initiates have been caught taking chems. I mean, it's a crazy thing to do, but some people do it to gain an edge, but end up becoming addicts. Look at the Alps. I need to find who is bringing this poison in and selling it to our initiates. You don't have something to do with it, do you?
Without proof, you should keep accusations like that to yourself.
I wanted to test your reaction. You'd be tied up and neck-deep in jackal shit by now if I really thought you were behind it. Remember that, if you get tempted in the future. But whoever it is, I want these bastards dealt with. And if you found one set, can you find these assholes too? I want you to track them down wherever they are, in the Hort or beyond. Are you with me?
About the ELEX smuggling. Why do you trust me with this?
You weren't here when all this started, so you can't be part of it. But this isn't just blind trust and hope. I'll be watching you and making sure you stick to the task.
I will find the criminals behind this.
Good. My information says that the ELEX is coming from somewhere to the south. There's a recon post there in the ruins of an old fort. Start there, and turn everything upside down if you have to. If our people don't cooperate, show them this warrant. And tell them I want answers. That will be all. Dismissed.
That wasn't great, was it?
If we don't work together, we won't stand a chance.
I think you can just leave it like that.
Problem comes down to supply.
Hey, do you have my package?
What package?
What? Oh, excuse me. Just forget it.
What's this package?
Nothing. Well, just things I've ordered. Supplies for the Horde. And as you don't have the package, then we don't have anything to talk about.
Do you have anything to trade?
Trade? Do I look like a trader? No, I don't have anything to trade.
You don't have anything to trade?
Well, I might not be a trader, but I suppose I could do some trading for a few things.
What are you doing here?
I'm a chemist. I mix things to keep the mechs from seizing up. Just a simple chemist, that's all.
No. Tell me more about what you do here.
I mix things. In fact, I have to get to work, so if you finish with the questions, I have stuff to do. See you around.
A visitor? Whatever brings you to the Hort. Welcome, I guess. Say, how well do you know the area outside the Hort? I guess you can take care of yourself if you've managed to make it here.
What's that to you?
Well, you see, if you can handle yourself, I could use your help.
What do you need help with?
A squad of combat mechs has gone haywire. They're refusing remote shutdown and are attacking anything that moves. I sent a recovery party to attempt a reset, but they're late making their report. I've got to find out what happened to the recovery party and what's gone wrong with those mechs. There's another squad of mechs due off the assembly line, and I need to know what's gone wrong before they go haywire too. It's probably a faulty batch of AI chips. That's my guess. But I need someone to go out there and check the chipsets so I can check them.
So, you're some sort of mechanic?
Mechanic? I'm a legate, responsible for procuring materials, producing new mechs, and repairing our mech squadrons, among other duties. Sure, the other legates are out there using their skills and suggestions to take the fight forward. But we're here giving the Hort the mechs that keep us safe.
How can I be promoted to legate?
You'll have to prove yourself to the Judicators. You should start by talking to Judicator Reinhold up in the Citadel. You'll find him more approachable than Ulbricht. We're short of personnel, so he would welcome a new acolyte.
Why don't you fix those mechs yourself?
Oh, no, I've had no field training. Assembly lines, manufacturing, and repair in a nice warm workshop. That's what I do.
Okay, I'll bring you the AI chips.
Good. I hope I'm right about this. And I hope it's just one batch that's affected. If this is a problem with the AI chip design, we'll have to track down all the AI chips of that design before more mechs go homicidal. Get me those AI chips and make it fast, will you? Fast like, I need those chips now.
Where can I find these mechs?
Well, they were supposed to be on a trial run out to the border with Tavar, but as far as I know, they only got a short distance from the Hort. Let me upload their location beacons to your adjutor. Now, I'm not promising their trackers are working, not if everything else is malfunctioning.
And if these coordinates are wrong?
Well, the recovery team said they'd found the mechs out by the old world runway, so there's a good chance they're still there.
Runway?
An old airstrip where planes used to... That doesn't matter. It's a big concrete road. Head out of the Hort and go west. You'll find it.
Concrete runway to the west. Got it.
Hey, you! I need an adjustable wrench and a set of retaining rings. And, if you are up for it, bring me a weapons-grade ELEX battery, a pressurized air intake valve, and what was the last?
I'll get the things you need.
Wait a second. There is still something missing. Let me think now. Damn it, It was right here. I had it a moment ago.
Do you want my help?
Quiet, quiet, quiet. Oh, damn it, that's my line of concentration gone. You know how hard it is to get a moment's peace to think in this place? Damn it, what the hell was it that I was thinking about? I think I will have to get the tool myself. The machines we build and maintain here, they are all that will stop the Alps. But, do I get the resources I need to do the job properly? Do I, hell?
What's got you so stressed?
We used to work. We used to make things and think of the future. But now everything we do is for combat. I didn't become a mechanic for that, but I suppose we all have to do our duty if this war is to be won.
It sounds like you think your work is important.
Now, you're sounding like a legate. This isn't ego. This isn't about me. This is about getting the equipment our forces need. You don't think that's important? We are the only ones who can really stop the Alps. That takes a toll. That means everything here has to go smoothly. That means I've got to get production running at full capacity. And it means I need someone to take care of some of the day-to-day things, while I get all this working properly.
Teach me something.
It's done.
Seeing that production facility? Well, I have to admit we're lucky the clerics can't produce more of them.
Deal. It's not like I have time to waste. I need you to get me a set of replacement parts. With all the mechanics we've lost recently, we are chronically undermanned here. So, this list has been sitting here waiting to be sorted. If you're available, I need you to get over to my supplier and get me those parts, okay?
You'll trust me with your shards, just like that?
You're here to do a job, so I'll give you the tools you need to do it. Good luck. We need those parts.
Where can I find your supplier?
He's a trader. He sets up business near the gate during the late evening hours.
You are not permitted to be here. Good. That's the right decision.
Whatever you want, you won't find it here. Yeah, just piss off.
My mind is always left clear after talking to Balder.
You do know why that is, right? Can't you remember anything?
Yes, I remember. Balder makes sense of everything. He is very wise.
I won't argue with that. I don't really want to have to go and see Balder myself.
Wait, what are you trying to say?
Nothing. Just forget what I said. I believe in the just nature of Kalan. And Balder sees that Kalan's work is done.
Yes. Kalan sees all.
Kalan be with you. What brings you to me? Are you here to pay your tithe?
Yes, I am here to pay my tithe.
Faith serves, Kalan honor us all.
But let's get to the point. As the highest suggester, I don't have much free time, as I'm sure you understand.
Suggestion?
The correction of those who have strayed from the path of the pure. As the high suggester, I assist the minds and souls of the lost to return to Kalan's ways through suggestion. Kalan's will works through a skill all clerics must learn. The mind must be free from false teachings. The body pure, free of the poison of ELEX. Only then can we be at one with Kalan and his community. As a patriarch, it is my job to guide and advise. The will of Kalan clears the mind.
How do you clear someone's mind?
Through suggestion. We have developed technology, implants that allow us to guide the minds of others. It takes training, but it means we can bring people back to the pure path, or suggest to them that they do things that will assist us. It is an art that only the clerics understand.
Can Albs do that with their mutants?
The machine components you see on some wasteland mutants? We believe those allow the Albs a measure of control over the mutants, but it is a crude form of the suggestion we practice here. Some say it is because they are strong of mind, others that it is because they have been poisoned. But I think the answer is more straightforward. Their commanders are using an extreme form of brainwashing on them already. Their minds are already being controlled.
So this is where you brainwash people?
No. You can't force people to change who they are. You can only bring out their better traits. That is what I do. I re-educate people. That is what I must do now. There is a poor wretch who requires re-education. Leave me. I must help him find the light of Kalan.
That wasn't so...
Faith?
That wasn't so good. Get the hell out of here.
Yes, just leave.
What are you doing here?
What is wrong with you?
Don't do that again.
There's nothing for you
Don't
here.
do that again.
They're only saying that to keep control of you.
Any asshole caught stealing will be sent to the suggesters.
Why do you assume everyone wants to steal from you?
I have my reasons. And I have to look after my stocks. We're low on resources here. I can't go wasting them on thieves. And sure, it would be great if every acolyte could get the armor we make for paladins, but my supplies are limited. Only those who have acquired that rank can get that reward.
I want to trade.
Right you are. I'll show you what you can buy at your rank.
State your business. Only officially authorized personnel may enter. The archives are sacred stores of knowledge. Our faith preserves us, and we preserve the wisdom of our ancestors.
What wisdom?
The scriptures, the writings, the texts, the foundation of our faith, and old world manuals that support our technology. Here the worthy study. Here the worthy learn. And unless you're worthy, you aren't coming in.
Forget it. I was about to go anyway.
Then don't let me keep you. Kalan bless your path.
So, here is the Wanderer I have heard about.
You've heard of me?
I know everything that happens here. So much so that some have taken to calling me the Eye of Kalan. I am Reinhold, Judicator. I stand watch for all those in the Hort, and the Hort stands as the guardian for all of Magalan. Such a duty requires vigilance. It means I must ask of everyone who comes here, are you friend or foe? Do you come here to gain the blessings of the clerics, or to oppose us?
Why should I join you?
Because we can show you the path to salvation, for yourself and for all of Magalan. The Prophet Arvid helped preserve the knowledge of the past, and set us on a course to use it to build a future. You can be a part of that future. You can find your true purpose amongst our ranks.
Yes, I want to become a cleric.
Then Kalan will welcome you. Good. I can see potential in you. Let us hope that this potential can be realized. May your time in the Hort be peaceful and productive.
Tell me about the other Judicators.
Judicator Johann fell on the battlefield. His is the highest honor. May Kalan have mercy on his soul. Judicator Ulbricht is responsible for the defense of Idan and all operations outside its borders. His is the grave duty of overseeing the war against the Owls. If you have any intelligence that might help him in his duties, you will find him in the upper halls of the cathedral.
Tell me more about the clerics.
What would you like to know?
What's happening in the city?
Kalan is wise, but mysterious. Through the Prophet Arvid, he warned us of the comet and the downfall of our world. He laid down the foundations for the clerics out of the ashes of the old civilization. To Kalan, knowledge and wisdom are sacred. It is through knowledge and understanding that we can find our way to the infinite skies and a true understanding of ourselves.
Infinite skies?
A place of true enlightenment and salvation. Kalan teaches us that the comet's fires will not be the only challenge we face in our quest for survival. If we are to save the people of this world, we must teach them Kalan's ways, that we must work together and gather all the knowledge we can. Because when the next catastrophe strikes our world, only those who have been prepared will survive.
Where did you get your technological knowledge?
Arvid himself left behind this knowledge. The gathering of old world knowledge, and the order to further it, was his greatest gift to all who have followed him. It has given us the machines that allow our way of life to continue. It has given us the technology we need to be ready for the next challenge we face. So, as you see, science and religion do not have to be mutually exclusive.
Tell me how promotion works within the Hort.
People who are new to our ranks are welcomed as an acolyte. Acolytes can learn the art of suggestion, train and learn the fundamentals of our way of life. The same applies for our legates and paladins. Each new rank brings new advantages, obligations, and privileges such as equipment.
Why would I want to become a cleric?
Because we are the last bastion against the Owls. Our strength, our faith, and our technology are the only things that can stop them. Where the outlaws profit and the berserkers roll in the dirt, we have knowledge. The knowledge to make the world into what it once was, and much more. Join us, and you can participate in our knowledge, faith, and our technology.
So, who are you? The welcoming committee?
I am a Judicator. I oversee everything in the Hort, from punishment to initiation.
Explain the rules of the Horde to me.
Well, Kalan's commandments are simple and fair. They are rules to be found in many places, but to us, they are sacred. Theft, physical assault, murder, the dealing of chems are all punishable offenses. You may face a fine, re-education, or for the worst offenders, execution. And of course, your soul will pay the price. Stay with us, and you will learn of Kalan and his ways. Abide by the words of the great prophet Arvid, and you will open your way to eternity.
Eternity. Check. So, you decide who becomes a cleric and who doesn't.
Correct. Initiates are only allowed to join us when I decide they are worthy. And should they complete the tasks that are given to them, then I would welcome them into our community. And every acolyte that joins us can then begin on the path of enlightenment to gain promotion here.
I'm ready. Give me a task.
As you wish. I could use the help of someone who hasn't had time to establish themselves here. Someone with a more objective viewpoint. We've recently had to deal with the sad deaths of some of the faithful who wandered right into the arms of a chem dealer. Every one of us suffers temptation, and all must hope they can prevail against it. But those who deal in misery, who exploit the weakness of others, they are a problem that must be eliminated. Complete this task, and you will open the door to becoming a cleric, a true warrior for Kalan.
Is chem dealing a big problem here in the Horde?
I had thought we were free of their vile product, but it seems we do have something of a problem. A large reward has been offered to anyone able to bring them to justice. That should prevent this from becoming a bigger problem. If you think you can find these dealers, I would welcome your insight.
Getting rid of some chem dealers and getting paid for it. I think we should do it.
Good. I will look forward to hearing how you progress.
So, you think you are responsible for holding back the Alps?
That is the task of the clerics now. Personally, I oversee the defense of the Horde. It is Judicator Ulbricht who is overseeing the war against the Alps. Not a task that I envy him. But then at least his work is black and white. There are Albs and there are clerics. While I must decide which category these separatists belong in. Visitors, vagrants, travelers, and enigmas, they are all part of my responsibility.
About the chem dealers here in the Horde.
Yes?
Do you have any leads on where they may be operating?
Well, I had given Dietrich the task of investigating them, but he doesn't seem to have had much luck so far. You should check what leads he has. To my knowledge, he had slimmed the investigation down to 3 suspects. You should start with them.
Who does Dietrich suspect?
He can explain his methodology to you. But as I recall, it was a simple process of rejecting anyone who lacked the requisite access and opportunity. You should speak with the guards who were on duty at the time. Try and get that information as a written report. Anecdote and memory are best not relied on in these cases.
Are there any more details you can tell me about the chem dealing?
Well, these cases are difficult. Once you find someone who has lapsed into use, they rarely give up the culprit for hope of keeping their supply. But in this case, the user let slip the time of the deal. So we've been working backwards from there. The user involved, though, well, he's no longer in a position to provide us with useful information. And so we are relying on getting reports from the guards that can help us place who was where on the night in question. Let us hope this line of investigation produces something concrete.
Where can I find these guards?
Well, there's Xander. He was on duty at the main gate on the night in question. Then there is the mine guard and the factory guard. Have you been to the mine? If not, you will find it to the west, below the cathedral. The factory guards patrol to the north, by the mech production facilities.
I think I know who the chem dealer is.
So, you have already spoken to the 3 guards and collected their reports?
No, I haven't.
And yet you still think you can name a suspect?
No. I had better review the...
That would...
Yes, the newcomer. Now, there is a face that shows the world as it is. Conflict, friendship, betrayal, and trust. Let me get a look at you. Whatever you have seen, you are free of it now. You've reached us here.
Everyone deserves a new start, but that doesn't include brainwashing.
All causes require conviction. All causes require faith.
And some will say anything just to get you to do their dirty work.
Thank you for your offer. I'll think about it.
You should. You have carried your own burden and that of others for too long. Here you will find others to share that load. Tell me what you want.
The clerics say that they are leading the fight against the Alps. But do you really expect you can beat them with the forces you have here in the Horde?
Faith is a weapon that can achieve much. I believe in Kalan. I believe in the technology he's given us, and in the men and women who carry it. We clerics were the first of the factions to rise after the ashes of the Comet, and while other alliances have come and gone, we have prevailed. So, we shall continue to do so, if it is Kalan's will that we should do so. But, if you ask me if we can hold out against the Berserkers, the Outlaws, and the Elves, then I would ask whose interest would the destruction of the Horde serve? And the answer can only be the Elves. You've seen them. The converters they build on our lands. The will of Kalan shall be made real. We will drive them from the converter in the north and from the lands of all the free people. The clerics shall prevail, and I hope that other factions can realize this in time to save themselves.
You need to find someone to unite the factions.
We must work together if we are to survive. But we must work together with Kalan to lead us all. We must find a way to persuade the other factions to agree to work with us. Then together we can destroy the Albs. I need an ambassador for this task. Someone who can take my proposals to the other factions. But to know if you're suitable for this role, I must know who you are. And I need an honest answer.
I don't know who I am now, but I was Jax, an Alp commander.
And you walk in here and confess that? Since when do Albs come to talk? Are you lying? Or are you here to kill me? Draw your weapon here, and this cathedral will be a grave to both of us.
I'm not here to kill you. I was Jax. Now, I'm trying to find out who I am.
Then, you have renounced the hybrid and joined the Free People?
I am free from ELEX. I'm exiled from the Ice Palace. I was betrayed, and now I'm being hunted by my own people.
So you're here seeking protection? To save your own skin? Or have you really escaped the ELEX and seen the life there is outside Zekor? Commander Jax, the Alb, standing here. That is not something I would have believed. Yet, here you stand.
I was a wanderer. Now, I seek a cause.
Well, whoever you were shouldn't matter. The present counts for all, and yesterday for little. Kalan says the past is there to teach us, not judge us. Renounce your past, and you can come to Kalan in wisdom. That will take courage. And in these bleak days, courage is vital if we are to save this world. But you must have questions. Ask, and may Kalan bring you enlightenment.
Are the Alps still attacking the Horde?
It has been some time since their last major assault. But I'm sure you know that already, Commander Jax. For the attacks we've suffered took too many brave souls. Souls who would have been better improving Megalad than lying in graves. The death of Judicator Johann was a particular shock. But for the price that was paid, there was one exacted, and the Albs haven't attacked us in such strength again. Well, that is my hope. They could simply be massing for a bigger assault. We've had time to retrain, regroup, but it is hardly a secret that we are short of personnel. So, if you are here working for the Albs, you'll see nothing that's not known already. And we know that the Albs have used the time to entrench themselves deeper at that damned converter of theirs. Perhaps securing that was the extent of their plans, or perhaps they're just waiting for us to attack it before they strike again.
What do you know about the Alb forces? The most recent information I have is that Commander Uruk has 3 garrisons supported by fighting machines and colossi.
Then I can only hope they haven't brought up any more reinforcements.
Will you wait for an Alb attack or strike first?
The converter has to be taken out of operation. It is the only way to free Ignadon, and the longer they sit there, the more time they have to prepare. We need to attack the converter, but it will take a major offensive, and that will cost us in lives and material.
Why have you waited so long to attack? Surely they get stronger while you're waiting.
The answer to that should be obvious when you walk around the Hort. While our production lines have made up for our losses in fighting machines, they can't do the same with people. And the death of Judicator Johann has left us with another issue: the shortage of a commander with real field experience.
What about you? Can you lead the attack?
No. That is far from my skill set. Logistics, defense, and interpreting Kalan's commandments are where my strengths lie. We need someone like you. An experienced commander. Someone who understands the Albs. What about you? You've seen the world. You must understand something of the Albs. Will you fight with us? Soldier or commander, we need people who've seen the world.
I don't know. My memories of those times are only fragments, though I'm sure I was betrayed so someone could take my place.
No? Well, humility is an important trait in a leader. Or do you have another reason for not wanting to be considered?
If that is so important, why entrust it to someone who has just walked in through your doors? Do you always trust people so easily?
I trust my faith, and there is something about you that tells me you have a part to play in all that will come. Faith will show me the way. But perhaps you are intended for a different role. Will you go out as an ambassador to the free people? Speak to those who lead the other factions. Find me someone with experience. Someone independent. Someone who can lead. That in itself will give you a hand in shaping all our futures.
I will find you your experienced commander.
Good. Then go out to the other free people. This commander will be a symbol of the need for us all to work together. Be they separatist, berserker, or outlaw. Find someone with experience of leading troops in battle. Someone willing to risk themselves to stop the Albs. Someone willing to lead from the front by example.
You sound like you really believe we will find someone out there.
Faith and necessity sometimes breed hope. You should ask the leaders of the other factions if they will take on this role. If they decline, try their commanders. May Kalan and good fortune be with you.
Listen to me, disciple of Kalan. Declared
Stop! Where do you think you're going?
Past you.
Nice try, but you can't enter this area. Move along and keep clear. Can you walk in and look around? Well, as it happens, you can. Reinhold recently ordered that everyone can enter to see with their own eyes what we do with heretics. So go in and look around. If anything will push back the power of temptation, it's what you'll see in there.
No, no, no. Not me. I won't. Kalan will save me. Sin.
Those self-righteous bastards. They should all rot. Every last one of them. Can't you see the truth about them? And you? What about you? Don't tell me you're planning on joining those lunatics. You can't be that stupid. Just get me the fuck out of here, will you? These bastards have got no right to keep me here.
You're obviously not here willingly.
No shit. I was kidnapped, so they could try and brainwash me into joining this cult. But they won't get me so easily.
How did you end up here?
They said we attacked one of their outposts. Total bullshit. What do they think I am, suicidal? Anyway, they wouldn't listen. They dragged me here and tried to brainwash me. But their bullshit didn't take. I remembered everything. And so instead of setting me free, they dropped me down here.
Where are you from?
Tavar. A bunch of these assholes came over the border. These idiots I was with were too busy fighting among themselves to see the clerics creeping up on us. They ambushed us out there and then dragged us to Ignadon after we'd been wounded.
But you do have a plan.
Plan? I don't have a plan. Not yet. I just know I have to get out of here. I won't let them turn me into some mindless slave.
And you expect me to help you?
Expect? I don't expect anything. But I hope you can see what these clerics say about free people is bullshit. They don't care about freedom. They want to brainwash you. So, will you help me?
I don't know. Outlaws, clerics, they are enemies at war. I don't think we should interfere in this.
And you're gonna listen to that tree-loving throwback?
Maybe.
Maybe? What's maybe? This is a world of action. Maybe won't save you when they try to fry your mind, like they tried with me. You think on that.
So, about your escape. You must have some ideas.
First thing, it can't be my escape. I want my friend to get out of here too. I gotta get my friend Wolf out of here somehow. Only problem is, he's already one of them. He thinks he's a fucking cleric. I've spoken to him. He doesn't remember a damn thing about me. Or where he came from. But that's not your problem, I suppose. I can handle that if you give me a weapon and a disguise. Get me that, and we can move forward from there. But hurry. I don't know how long I can hold out against the Suggestors. 2 days and they might take my mind.
Is there any equipment you need to help your escape?
Well, my axe will be useful. I'll bet it's being stored in the house of the Suggestors. They store anything they confiscate in there. It's bound to be guarded though, so be careful. And if you can get me some clothing from the merchants in the miners' quarter, that should help me get out without being noticed. I can't escape in this clothing. But when you get the stuff, bring it all together, okay? This cell doesn't give me a chance to hide anything from the eyes of the clerics, okay?
What is it you want? It's prayer time, so make it quick.
What is this place?
Here, we bring peace and honor to those who refuse Kalan, for only an honorable death can bring salvation. Only an honorable death can purify a tainted soul. And so, I bring honor to the souls who break Kalan's commandments.
You're short of men, and you waste them on vengeance?
Justice serves all.
We give thanks for his safe homecoming. And so, another stray comes to seek safety in the arms of Kalan. Welcome to the Horde, the stronghold of the clerics. Your presence here can only mean that Kalan's light shines upon you. Open yourself to this opportunity. Give yourself over to the teachings of Kalan.
I will.
Your dedication will be rewarded. Kalan sees all. Act in his name, and he will strike down your enemies.
Who are you?
I am Oswald. When Brother Rayner found me, I was just a wretched pile of misery. I was blind to who I could be. Rayner built me up, gave purpose to my life. Now, I'm spreading the teachings that saved me from destroying myself, in hope that those words can be the salvation of others, that they can save all of Magalan. So I invite you to stay here and contemplate with us, brother.
Tell me more about Kalan.
Before the comet burned the face of Magalan, the prophet Arvid foresaw the danger. He received the teachings of Kalan in whispers, and tried to warn the people of Magalan of the horror that was to come. They must reject the distractions of the world and give themselves over to the pursuit of knowledge. Each must seek the purity of knowledge. Each must seek out the strongest, the fittest, the brightest. And so, Kalan came to the people and promised, if they did this, if they worked together to follow the path to the infinite skies, then he would save them from the horror that was to come. But they would not listen. And so, the comet destroyed the civilization that was here on Magalan. Now, if we are to survive the dangers that are yet to come, we must listen to the words of Kalan and hear his wisdom. Only the pure will be taken up into the infinite skies. Only under the infinite skies will we truly see all. We must trust in Kalan.
You really believe this troll piss?
Ignorance shouts loudly in the face of knowledge. You'd better listen to what I'm telling you. To where knowledge counts above all. There, we will truly see the universe as it is. The path to enlightenment is difficult, and only those who are worthy will receive Kalan's blessing. Look inside yourself, and take my words to heart. May they be a guide in the times to come.
Have you heard anything about chem dealing here in the Horde?
Only the Judicator Reinhold and Dietrich are seeking those responsible. I know that they must be successful. And once the impure are led to them, Kalan will see that they are punished.
Whoa, watch yourself there. It's not safe around here. Trust me, you gotta watch your step. Otherwise, you'll end up squashed flatter than an Alp's conscience. Just be careful, all right?
You think I should be afraid of a few rocks?
Yes, those rocks weigh a hell of a lot, meaning if they fall, there won't be a hell of a lot left of you. But don't let me keep you with all my chatter. I've got to get back at it. I'm reckoning you're not that into ore extraction techniques anyway.
You bang rocks together, right?
Yeah, right.
What are you doing out here?
Here, we are the farmers of industry. While there are those who tend the land to grow food, we feed industry. There's not a drone, fighting machine, or regulation hair clip that's not made of the metal we mine here.
You farm the rock?
And feed the production lines. They tried to fully automate the process, but it failed. They claim it's too tricky for robots. I think it's just too tricky for the programmers. They assumed mining was easy, and so... several flat robots proved them wrong. Well, producing enough for the front line is the Hort's first priority. Besides, there's more to mining than boring and smashing. Not that the people they send here are always better than machines. Cross a suggester and there's a good chance you'll get sent here to try and mine out rock after someone's rewired your brain. But maybe you're not a prisoner sent here by a suggester.
Do you need something doing here?
Maybe, but outsiders don't usually work out well here. Listen, don't get me wrong. You came from outside and I'm still talking to you. That should be enough to make it clear I don't have anything against you, but, you know, this work is tricky. That said, maybe I can think of a way for you to earn some shards, if you're willing.
What do you want doing?
It's a bit of an ask, but an outsider's my best bet for getting it done. You see, I want Eli to disappear. He's a prisoner here, and he's a threat to the community. And now the suggesters are saying they can correct him. That they can put him in armor and send him out with weapons. And I am telling you, the guy is a ticking time bomb. That can only end badly.
Why do you think he's dangerous?
I saw it in his eyes. There was nothing but blank hate there. I don't care how strong those suggesters think they are. It's hardwired into him. They ain't gonna erase that with suggestion. He is going to blow, and they will have put a weapon in his hand when he does. He needs to be taken care of before he kills people we do need.
Eli says he knows you.
Knows me? He's seen me, we've spoken a few words, but he doesn't know me. And that should tell you a lot. I don't know him that well, and I know he needs to be put down. Whatever story he fed you will be bullshit.
Why can't you just leave Eli to the suggesters?
Oh, they can be successful. I've seen enough people turn up here like drones after being given the treatment, but it's not 100%. And taking a chance with him is taking a chance with other people's lives. How is that a fair gamble? Besides, I don't want him hanging around here as a cleric. No, someone needs to get Eli out of that place and through the Hort's gate. Then someone can kill him outside the Hort and no one would know. They'd all assume he'd escaped.
What's to stop me telling someone you're planning to murder someone?
Nothing but your conscience. If you need a better persuasion, sure, I'll pay you, if you get the job done. And believe me, telling the suggesters something would doom me, but it would also get them paying attention to you. Think on that.
I don't even want to know.
What's up?
I'm here to pick up a delivery.
Oh yeah? Or are you telling me? Because I have no idea who you are.
Goddard sent me.
Goddard? Who's that? Oh. Wait. He's the guy working his ass off for a few dumbass robots. Okay, we can make a trade. What is it you want from me?
He needs some replacement parts.
Replacement parts? Oh yeah. I remember. Those special, particular replacement parts. Yeah, of course I have them on me. Packed well and top quality, as always. But now I have a question. Can you pay for these replacement parts?
Do you think I'd be here otherwise?
Well, you know, some people forget that important part of the trade.
Here are the shards for Goddard's delivery.
And? The rest?
The rest?
The rest that came about because of increased demand. Double what you've given me, to be exact. Do you need a lesson about supply and demand, or are you gonna pay what's needed?
Here, take the shards.
There, you see? I knew we could come to an agreement. And you can be sure those replacement parts won't let you down. They're top quality. Your buyer will be very happy.
I got this crate from your supplier.
You came through. If this delivery is all present and correct, it means I can finally catch up with my backlist of repairs.
I thought you wouldn't take deliveries from an outlaw.
I got the blessing for it from the powers that be. The ends justify the means in times of emergency.
Is that everything?
Well, you still need pay. There, take it.
Teach me something.
It's done.
What can I help you with?
I want to ask you some questions about the chem trade here.
How do you know about that?
Judicator Reinhold sent me. I'm supposed to have a look at your reports from the time of the crime.
Judicator Reinhold sent you to look into this? Oh well, I suppose he knows what he's doing. Here's my report on the suspects. That's all I know.
Ордер на обыск Дитриха. Ордер на обыск. Настоящим подтверждаю, что застава подлежит досмотру от моего имени на предмет выявления запрещенных предметов. Подателю всего ордена предписано выполнить свой долг в указанном месте, а личному составу оказать содействие. Дитрих Легат. Слежка. Доклад 2. Рейнхольд обратился ко мне с просьбой присматривать за некоторыми людьми. К сожалению, о назначенном день Зигфрида я так и не нашел, что подозрительно. Хагена видел утром, но к вечеру он куда-то пропал. Я пошел его искать, а к вечеру встретил Освальда.
What do you know about the chem dealing here in the Horde?
Well, take a look at this. Reinhold has sent you to investigate, has he? Before I give you my report about the suspects, I'd like to make you an offer. There's a traitor here who is being troublesome. He's a cagey guy, doesn't share his business. He needs re-education. Trust me, the Horde doesn't need traders selling unregulated goods. So I want you to report back that this traitor, Siegfried, is the dealer. Say he's guilty, job done. And I'll know you've done the Horde a favor. It goes without saying I will pay you for helping out.
All right. I'll tell Reinhold that Siegfried is the dealer.
A wise decision. Justice will be done. Here's the report I've compiled. This is as far as I'd got with my personal investigation. I think reading that will show you the wisdom of simply reporting Siegfried now. Good luck.
Слежка. Доклад 3. Протокол слежки за субъектами Зигфрид, Хаген, Освальд. Зигфрид. Следил за ним с вечера до самого утра. Не заметил ничего необычного. Хаген. Следил всю ночь, не видел ничего необычного. Освальд. Видел его утром, не заметил ничего необычного. По скриптум Калан милосердный, как жаль, что не все следуют протоколу отчетности.
You didn't come here to pray, did you? I can spot the devout. And you don't look like you're here to ask for divine assistance, am I right?
You're right. I don't need assistance.
Ha! I knew it! You know, there is a reason why I wanted to talk to you. For all the thirst for knowledge in this place, people can be a little focused. They want logic, straight answers. They forbid anyone from looking deeper into things. And that's crazy. I mean, knowledge is wisdom. Wisdom brings you closer to Kalan. So what's wrong with getting some answers? Which brings me to you. I'm betting you have answers, and I'm betting you're the curious type.
Does Kalan approve of betting?
Yes. No. Who knows? I mean, some of those texts are hard to work out. Unless you just believe what people say they mean. But then I guess that's why I keep getting in trouble. So, are you going to help me?
Teach me something.
Yeah?
Tell me your problem.
Have you ever heard of the prophet Arvid?
No. Should I have?
Oh, yeah. He's the founder of our order. The reason why the clerics exist.
Tell me about Arvid.
Well, sure, okay. Like I said, he's the founder of our order. He was born about 200 years ago, we think, and he was the first to be enlightened by Kalan. After the comet hit, it was his burden and his privilege to lead people into a new future, to save those who had survived. The first followers were here, in the Horde. They had saved technology from destruction, and Kalan showed them how that technology could be used to help all the people of Magalan. They reached out to others, but not everyone listened. You can see what became of the rest when you look to Tavar.
What did Arvid do?
He wrote the rules that have bound us here in the Horde. And our ancestors began research on how ELEX could be used for the good of all. With it, even though our community was small, we were able to defend ourselves from the malice of the godless.
All seems a bit vague.
Yes, I know. I mean, some details have been lost in time. Some believe Arvid still remains among us, although that is nonsense. Some uneducated people wanted to proclaim him a god, even during his lifetime, but he always spurned this idea. It is likely that he saw his time coming. According to the lore, grief about the unreasonableness of people tore him apart from the inside, and when he could take the pain no longer, it is said that he left the people with the words of Kalan and went into the Great Light. Scholars are still arguing to this day about what the Great Light is exactly. Some say that he rose to heaven, to Kalan. Others claim that he set forth to find the reason for the crater. But that's exactly my point. I want to know more, but only certain scholars are allowed to see the text. But there's something about Arvid, something about those early works that doesn't make sense. And I can't work out why. But will they let me in the archives to study his writings? No. I sneaked in, they threw me out. I was lucky to avoid re-education. Concentrate on what's right here, right now, they told me. It is only possible to change the future if you draw the correct conclusions from the past, they said.
So you need access to the archives?
No. Well, yeah, that would be great, but for now, I just need a book. All that I want is a copy of Arvid's teachings. There has to be a written copy, or a recorded copy somewhere. It's just not available to us out here. And that bugs me. So, do you think you can get into the archives and get it for me?
Who says I'll help you?
Nobody. But please, I need your help. I beg you. I want to understand why they won't teach us these things. I would like to give you the following, in any case, before you are on your way. I am certain that I can get something from the recordings that will be of use to all of us. Then, maybe, I'll finally understand what our purpose is.
Why is this book so secret?
Because we are to serve Kalan in combat and not to interpret his words. They say we are missing the necessary vision to understand his divine message. But I would like to learn that for myself instead of having it spoon-fed to me. Maybe it's nothing, but I can't let it go.
What can you tell me about the archives?
It's a store of knowledge from before the comet hit, and it is where all information found in the rest of the world is brought. Our archivists are attempting to glean all sorts of information from the scraps of data we were able to retrieve from outside the Horde. The work is very time-intensive, so the archivists don't like it at all when people interrupt their work. So, they will have you thrown out if you manage to get into the archives without authorization.
I will get you the book from the archives.
Thank you. This is one mystery I can't wait to solve.
Any suggestions for how I get into the archives?
I've been thinking about that, and there are 3 ways. You could watch to see when Carl, the guard on the archives, leaves his post. That might take a few hours, and I personally have never seen him leave his post. But hey, he has to move at some point, doesn't he? Or you could access the security console and put your name on the access list. But the simplest and most obvious solution is for you to join the clerics.